Okay, fam, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the buy, sells, and dividends for the week of, whoops, wrong calendar, my bad. For the week of the November 17th through the 23rd. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, so first thing I did want to say is that the altcoins are still popping off. Uh, that's to be expected. I mean, if Bitcoin's just going to chop around, this is going to happen. That could also mean that the Grayscale Trust could be starting to pop off here soon too. Although I have noticed that the Grayscale Trust seem to have a little bit more correlation with the NASDAQ lately than they do the actual altcoin market. So we have to see how that plays out over time. Um, Other thing I want to say before we get started, I'm going to say this one more time. If you guys want to get the channel memberships, you can. They're $25 a month. Okay, you're not obligated to, but you can if you want to. It's entirely optional. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it, but it's $25 a month. You just have to hit the join button below the video and you'll be able to sign up for membership. Again, as far as I know, you can cancel anytime you want to, okay? But getting updates in a timely manner on this on this channel may be important to you getting in and out of these positions. Again, no guarantees, but I would think that being able to get them in a timely fashion would matter. All right, so I'm going to go over the numbers real quick, and then we'll actually crunch through the details here. So M1 Finance, the dividends here, we got 1 cent for PSEC. Looks like three different, I don't know why M1 keeps doing this. Three different payments from APLY, so 24 cents, 33 cents, 14 cents. So there was no trades on this particular platform this week. I'll just show you guys that right now. So you can see we haven't had any trading here since October. We do keep a track of the positions on the account to see if they're in profit or not, but nothing's actually been in profit this last week, which makes sense because the NASDAQ has kind of been pump and dump all week. Very bipolar, like a redheaded stepchild. Sorry if I offended anybody out there. I have nothing against gingers, just so y'all know. Okay, so going over the Grayscale Trust here. Again, the positions are the same. We have said that we are considering maybe buying BCHG since it can more easily be bought on Robinhood. But again, if we do that, then the miners have to moonshot before these go up. And then if the price is right, then we may take some of those proceeds and buy some BCHG. But regardless, position's still the same here. We did have LTCM, BCHG, ETCG, and HZN at one point. Those of you guys that are newer to the channel, you wouldn't know this, but yes, we did used to have these positions. We have actively traded them. So just wanted to point that out there. So nothing's changed. We haven't added any shares, no buys, no sells, nothing like that. Just trying to give you guys a transparent history here in terms of the activity and orders. So you can see over the last 30 days here, nothing has actually popped up except for the SPACs, of course, the high yield savings. Okay, so covered all those. Just going over here to Webull. Position's still the same. We just have OARC on here at 84 shares. Waiting for this to eventually get back to break even or above break even or somewhere around there. So we can pull the money out and move it to Robinhood. As of right now, there has been no dividends on this account. We could always change that in the future depending on how much capital we have and what we want to do with particular platforms. As you guys know, Robinhood now has I believe, a day trading platform. I haven't checked it out myself because we don't use Robinhood for day trading. Mainly just swings, crypto, dividend paying stocks and ETFs, and options. But it's interesting. I mean, it's there if you guys want to check it out. Okay, so going over the finite details here. Actually, the first thing I actually want to go over, I want to finish up on crypto here. Okay, so this is a crypto portfolio. You guys can see our positions. Okay, we got Filecoin, Horizon, AIOZ, Dash, Scale, Banker, Render, Ethereum. This is not all the Ethereum we have. We have more. It's just not here. Engine Coin, Litecoin, Wrapped, Terra Luna. Not sure we're ever going to get our money back on that one, but it doesn't matter because we've more than made up for it at this point. I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, if it does like 100 or 1,000x or some kind of stupid return, I'm sure we can find a way to get rid of it for profit. But you guys are probably wondering why we pick these particular altcoins. Well, there is reasons for that. Okay. So Filecoin, for example, this is a DPIN project. DPIN projects are, in my opinion, going to be a big narrative during this crypto bull run. I will say, I'll tell you guys the top narratives that I have for this bull run again. Okay, said this rarely, I think maybe a few times, but in case you guys weren't paying attention before, I'll say it again. Okay, I think it's going to be AI, meme coins. Sorry, give me a second. AI, meme coins, DPIN, real world assets, and gaming tokens. Okay, those five right there, in my opinion, probably going to be the top narratives this cycle. Okay, Filecoin is a DPIN project. Horizon, I'm not sure if this one falls under any of those categories. What I do know is that Horizon is a very small cap token. Okay, it's like top 400 or something. This thing could easily do a 10, 20x, and it would still only be like a couple $1 billion market cap. It's tiny for crypto, especially if the entire crypto space goes to 10 trillion by the end of the bull run. Couple $1 billion is peanuts, dude. That's nothing. Okay. But this one's been around for a couple of cycles, and each cycle peak, it's hit a new all-time high. Okay, so that's part of the reason why we have this one. AIOZ, this one is an AI token. I don't think I need to say more about that. Dash, this is basically old school. I mean, yeah, okay, sure, maybe it's not going to do a 500x. I mean, it could happen, but it only went to like $500 last cycle. I mean, in my opinion, if we get like a 5 to 10x on this, we're not going to complain about it. It's just a good old school token, in my opinion. Scale, this is an L2 solution, also a very small cap. It could easily do 10, 15, 20x. I wouldn't be surprised. Banker, same thing, very small cap, easy 10, 20x in my opinion. Render is also an AI token. We like this one. It has, I'm not sure if it's a partnership or some kind of teaming up with NVIDIA. So that's also a big deal. Anything that's linked to NVIDIA like this or SoundHound or anything else that NVIDIA puts their hands on probably is going to turn to gold. I would not be surprised. Ethereum, I mean, it's Ethereum. I don't think I need to say much about that. Engine coin, gaming token, Litecoin, good old school token. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So in terms of the positions we've added to this week, we have not added to Filecoin. I think we pretty much have our bags locked and loaded at this point for this one. So Horizon, I think we did. Yeah, so we did add to this one. So 5.5 tokens on the 20th, 2.3 on the 21st, 2.4 on the 22nd. Okay, going down further here. So we got AIOZ. We did not add to this one, so you can see it's been a while since we've added to this one. Again, there's only so much time for us to accumulate and kind of pull our averages down with these tokens before eventually they rip. So unfortunately, we were not able to pull our averages down on all of these, just some of them. So this one right here, Dash, I believe, again, this was the 17th through the 23rd. Okay, if it ever wants to load one of these days. All right, there we go. Okay, so so we got 3.63 tokens here on the 17th, 1.5 on the 23rd, 1.5 on the 23rd, 5.9 on the 23rd, and again 2.3 on the 23rd. So just slowly adding positions to it, or little by little, as the price currently is below our cost basis on this one, so it makes sense for us to add to it. So scale here, 2,200 tokens on the 17th, 970 on the 19th, 3,500 on the 23rd. And we plan to keep adding to these going forward in time too, just so you guys know, at least until they get massively in profit. Then we might just kind of pull back and buy something else and let these rip and just kind of sit back and watch it and wait to eventually get out. So 58 here on the 22nd for BNT. 286 on the 23rd, 116 on the 24th, and again 115 on the 24th. So that's it in terms of those buys for this week. So yeah, we'll talk about like targets and stuff like that in another video. We did talk about that, I believe, on the last altcoin video we did, but we'll rehash it later. Okay, so in terms of the numbers here, so Robinhood dividends, we got 28.36 from QTTE. 1465 from YMAG, 6650 from YMAX. We sold completely out of SPYT, TSLP, and XTTE. You guys are probably like, what the hell are you doing? Look, the crypto bull run, if it's getting ready to take off, which it pretty much already has, and it's probably going to continue to do so for quite some time, we want to be in that. We didn't take all of our positions off the table in terms of passive income, but quite a bit of it. Okay, we can always just simply out of our personal income, we can just simply buy back into those dividend paying ETFs anytime we want to. Okay. Plus, when we cash out from crypto, that's pretty much essentially what we'll be doing is moving the money into passive income assets to, kind of get to that $20,000 a month mark minimum that we were talking about. All right. So in terms of the other buys that we have, so besides the native crypto, we have CLSK and Coney. Profit and loss here. So Crow, we actually sold out of Crow this last week. We were going to wait, but we were like, well, I mean, it looks like it's going to pull back. We'll just get out of it. It's not really a big position. We can always add a new position later if we want to. So $285.85 of profit on that one. TSLP made $39.50. SPYT, we took a loss of $62.36, and XTTE, we also took a loss of $73.92. But again, we've been making a lot of income on that, so we're not too worried about it. Okay, so Robinhood dividends right here, 109.51. And then the gains right here, 189.07. And 299.30 is the total for this week. Again, it's not that much, but there is something else I want you guys to keep in mind. We could have done options on both Soxel and CLSK because we do still have those shares. But again, we don't want to get out of these positions for break even. The income is nice, but we want to make profit too. Okay. So again, we're learning this as we go as well. And we're not just showing you guys this. So we could have maybe put our strike somewhere up here, but you guys got to understand when the market price, look, I'll just put it to you guys like this. If the market price was currently 19 right now, the 1950 to 21, somewhere in there would be a lot higher premium than it currently is. We could put it out that far, but we're not going to get paid as much in premium. So we want to wait for the price to get above our cost basis, push closer towards our profit target, and then maybe consider putting on some covered calls at that point. Same thing with Soxel. So again, the average that we have on CLSK is 1664, whereas the current price is 1515. So, if we wanted to do an at the money covered call, we could have basically said, hey, we'll just do 17, get out of it. 800 shares could have collected, a nice juicy $470, and then we would have made 800 on the week. But again, we don't want to do that because we want to make profit and income, and not like a small amount of profit. We want to make like thousands and thousands and thousands on these position trades. Okay. All right. So same thing with Soxel. And again, I know this is not, we didn't buy any Soxel, so this video is not about that, but you guys can see the price of the market is currently lower than the average price. And if we did calls on this right now, we would not get any profit. Or if we did, it'd be very little. And the premiums are also very little. So we can either buy or wait. And our concentration right now is on buying CLSK, not on buying Soxel. So that's pretty much why that piece is going on there, in case you guys were wondering. Okay, so since we got to go over these buys anyways, I'm going to cover this with you guys real quick. So we'll go over the CLSK. History here, we really, really bought a lot in the last week because, again, didn't think we were going to get a secondary dip buy, but we did, so we took advantage of it big time. So it starts here. Okay, so we got 100 shares on the 18th. Again, another 100 shares on the 18th. You guys can see the price was quite a bit lower than it currently is. 10 shares on the 19th, 20 shares on the, or 10 shares on the 20th. That was a little bit higher price there. And then looks like a little bit, 10 more shares on the 20th, 20 on the 20th, 5 on the 21st, 5 on the 21st, and then another 5 on the 22nd. So we kind of, and 35, so 35 on the 22nd, 10 on the 22nd. So you guys can kind of see a pattern here. We were being more aggressive as the price was lower. Okay. But as the price went up, we started kind of scaling back and we're like, okay, maybe we don't want to buy as much. We just want to let it ride. So that's what's going on with that. So next one here, Coney. I'll show you guys Coinbase here in a minute, but Coinbase is very undervalued compared to MSTR, just so y'all know. So that is the reason why we're buying that instead of MSTY. besides, MSTR just had a massive pullback, and just so y'all know, that was to be expected. I mean, it was basically just a Burj Khalifa pattern all the way straight up, and I was like, yeah, okay, this thing's probably going to get a pullback, so it did. Okay, so yeah, you can see the buys here. So 30 shares on the 18th, 10 on the 19th, 40 on the 19th, 10 on the 20th, 5 on the 21st, 5 on the 21st, 5 on the 22nd. So I think our price targets for CLSK in this particular instance is probably going to be somewhere around the $20 to $25 mark. Again, we have call debit spreads at those strikes as well. But the thing is CLSK probably is going to go to like 40. I don't think the top for CLSK is only going to be 25. I really highly doubt it. And for Coney, it's probably going to be somewhere between like 25 to $30. So yeah, you guys can see it just hit resistance. But again, take a look at the RSI. Okay, it's not even close to overbought compared to what it was back here. And even when it got overbought back here for the first time, it still ultimately went higher after that. Whereas if you take a look at something like MSTR, I mean, this thing just, we're looking for something like this on Coinbase. Okay, we haven't seen it yet. But yeah, this is nothing like MSTR. So I think it could very easily go higher. Again, I'll show you guys one last time the Fibonacci retracements here. So you have an expectation of what could happen here. This thing could easily go. Okay, I'm not going to say it can go that high. I mean, I suppose it could happen, but you know what? Let's just do the local level here. That'd probably be a little bit easier. So top level here would be $850. That's almost a 3x the current price. Again, I would not be shocked. Okay. If I go back to MSTR, I mean, this thing just, wow. Yeah, it'd be nice to see something like this on Coinbase. That'd be great. But yeah, you guys can literally see, I mean, I'm not even, I'm literally not even making this up. Look, retrace high to low on the local. What happened? We literally hit the 4.236 on the dot and then boom, pulled back. I mean, magic. I don't know what else to say. All right. So, yeah. So that's that. Already went over Coney and CLSK. So last thing we're going to go over here is the SPYT and just show you guys that we actually got out of these. We will add back to them at some point in time. Again, the goal for SPYT, TSLP, and XDTE is at least $100 a month. So don't think we're forgetting about it. We're not. We just want to be positioned elsewhere right now. So you can see we sold out here. TSLP, which all three of these are going to be long-term holds for us in terms of passive income. We will get back into them eventually. It's just not yet. Okay, so you can see we got out of TSLP right here and XDTE. And there is the XDTE right there, right after the dividends. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up for this. We're still, I think likely the markets probably will go up this next week, and the miners and the rest of the crypto space are going to go up this next week. Again, we're going into the holidays. The market's been really choppy as of lately. If I actually show you guys this, and again, I know this is not something we would talk about typically in this video, but I do think it's important to go over. I mean, this is a pretty bullish pattern, ascending triangle pattern on the Nasdaq with a target of 24,800. Whether it hits it by the end of the year or not, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to hit it by the end of the year, but it could definitely start heading in that direction for sure. That's a very bullish pattern. Okay, ascending triangles almost always break up, and you can see we're also still trying to push into it here on the 4-hour time frame. And guess what? We were oversold, and now we are about ready to get a golden cross. And I would say that's pretty bullish. So thinking markets are likely going to go up higher this week into Thanksgiving. All right, hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.